In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the TI-89 graphing calculator to solve some typical equations from, say, your College Algebra course. I have done quite a few videos using the TI-83 or 84 calculator to solve a variety of problems ranging from basic algebra to calculus, some statistics also. You can find those on this channel, Tony Pereida. I do have another channel, the DrTMath&More. You can click on the channel name and it'll have a link to my other channel. So quite a few videos. I've only done one video on the TI-89, and basically the reason is that a lot of instructors won't let you use the TI-89 in class because of all the things it can do. It can give you numeric solutions and symbolic solutions, and sometimes what the instructor wants you to do, the calculator can do it for you. Okay, so I'm going to do some problems from College Algebra in this video, and then I'll follow up with other types in subsequent videos just to show you the extent of the TI-89. In this one, we're focusing on solving equations. Okay, so I bring up my TI-89, turn it on, and notice the menus there. F2 is algebra, so I hit the F2 function here, and I have the features that I have. It can solve equations, it can factor, it can expand an expression, it can find the zeros of a polynomial. Quite a few things it can do. I'll be solving equations, so I'm basically working with the first function here, and I'll show you another one a little bit later on, but let's start with this one. And all you're going to do is enter the equation. So 10x to the second minus x minus 3 equal to 0. Okay, and then put a comma. Oops, equals to 0 here, so let me correct this. Equals 0, and then a comma, and then you have to indicate the variable that you're using. Most of the time it's going to be x, but you do have the option to use y, z, or t, or other variables. Okay, so x, close parentheses, and hit enter. And right here you get the solution. Now sometimes you won't be able to see the whole complete solution, so you might have to scroll up like this and then hit the right arrow to move the screen over, but in this case you can see it's x equal to 3/5, x equal to negative 1/2. That's your solution. Now understand that this is a second degree equation, so you would expect to have two solutions, at most two solutions. Okay, they could be real, they could be imaginary, they could be repeated. So you could get, say, x equal 1, x equal 1, or x equal 2, x equal 2. It could be a repeated solution. Okay, so let's clear this, and then let's clear this, and let's go to the next one. So again, it's an equation we're solving, so I'm going to use the same command or function here. I'm going to 1 enter the equation. Okay, comma, again, indicate the variable, close parentheses, and hit enter. And I get false. Now what that means is that the equation does not have real solutions. Okay, that simply tells you that it has imaginary or complex solutions. So if you suspect that the equation has imaginary solutions, or if you want the complete solution, whether imaginary or non-real, then you should always work with this function here. So let's go down. Okay, so here's the complex. Go to the right to access the rest of the menus here under this one. And the first one is C-solve. So that means it solves for complex solutions. Now, complex solutions includes the real and the imaginary. So hit enter to access that one, and then I enter the equation. Okay, equals 0, and then indicate the variable as usual. Hit enter. Okay, so I get, you can see the I there. You can't see the whole solution, so I'm going to have to scroll to the right. So it's one solution is -1/2 plus radical 3 I, this I is in the numerator, over 2. And the other one is -1/2 minus radical 3 over 2 times the I. Okay, those are your imaginary solutions, or complex solutions. Clear. And this was a second degree equation again, so you would expect at most 2 solutions. Now the next one is a third degree equation, so again, because we're going to be interested in real and non-real solutions, I'm going to use the same function. Hit 1 and then enter. Okay, so I got the equation, x to the third minus x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0, indicate the variable. And notice this is a third degree equation, x to the third, okay, it's the highest degree term, so that's third degree. And because it's a polynomial equation, we expect to have 3 solutions. Again, they could be repeated solutions, but we'd expect at most 3. Hit enter. And there you have them. X equal to I, x equal to -I, and x equal to 1. Those are the 3 solutions. So 2 are non-real or imaginary, and the other one is real, x equal to 1. Okay. Okay, well, number 4, it's an exponential. So go to the algebra menu, and I'm going to select the first one. I would suggest that if you have polynomial equations, use the C-solve, because those will have imaginary and possibly non-real solutions. For exponential equations, I would suggest you use just a regular solve, because you're going to have some issues with this. So this one, I'm going to enter. Hit the little diamond here, right into the second. Access the exponential, e to the x into the 2x. And -3. Again, hit the diamond, exponential, e to the x, enter the x. Plus 2. Equals 0, comma, variable, close parentheses, and hit enter. So I get 2 solutions. X is equal to the log of 2, or x equals 0. Those are the 2 solutions. Now, again, I have the calculator set to exact. But if you want approximations, for example here, if you want the approximation to the log of 2, let's clear this, and then down here, right above the enter, you see the little approximation equals. So hit the diamond again and hit enter, and it gives you an approximation for the, instead of giving you the natural log of 2 as an answer, it gives you the 0.693, and of course you can round it off, x equals 0. Okay, so it is set to exact answers, but anytime you want an approximation, you can just use the approximation key right here. Hit the diamond here and then the enter, and you have it. Now the next one is a log equation. So again, for exponential equations and log equations, I would use again the standard solve function, number 1, and then enter the equation. So it's second, and then I want the ln right here, natural log, and then enter x minus 3, close parentheses, and then plus, and again second key, and then on the right above the times here, ln for the x, ln of x minus 2, close parentheses, is equal to, again, second, hit the x, to access the ln, 2x plus 24, okay, comma, x, close parentheses, hit enter. And we get x is equal to 9. And that's your solution. Scroll up to make sure. That's the only one we have, x equal to 9. Okay. Now let me backtrack a little bit here. The first one that we did, 10x squared minus x minus 3 equal to 0. That could be solved by factoring easily. Quadratic formula, completing the square. The same thing for number 2. Except number 2 doesn't factor, so you would have to use the quadratic formula or the method of completing the square. Number 3, you'd have to generate some zeros for this in order to factor it and get the solutions that I got using the TI-89. So this one's a little bit more involved, but it can be solved. Number 4 can be factored into e to the x minus 2 and e to the x minus 1. Set those factors equal to 0 and you can easily solve it. But we did it on the TI-89. Number 5 can be done again manually using standard procedures, and I do have videos for solving these types of equations without the calculator, either on my Tony Pereida channel or the DrTMath&More channel. So number 5, if you solved it manually, you would get actually 2 answers. X is equal to 9 and x is equal to -2. You would get -2 as a possible answer. But again, -2 is not going to work, because if you try to check this with -2, when you plug in -2, say in the first log here, you would get the log of -5. The log of a negative is not defined, so that's not a possible solution, even though you get x equal to -2. Again, remember, you always, in theory, you always want to check your equations. Okay, and you can never have the log, whether it's a natural log or log to any other base, of a negative number. That's undefined. Okay, so just wanted to point out that these all can be solved manually without the use of a calculator. And like I said, I do have other videos. Now the last one I wanted to look at is, again, number 6, solve the following equation for y, just to show that the calculator can do some give you some symbolic answers. So again, I'm going to use the first one here, number 1, and enter the equation x minus y equal to 1, comma, and remember this says solve the equation for y, so I enter the variable y because that's what I want to solve for. Close parentheses, and hit enter, and I get y is equal to x minus 1. So that's what I would have if I were to solve this for y. Bring the y over to this side, the 1 over, I would get y equal to x minus 1. That's your solution. Okay. So again, this is the way you would solve them on the TI-89. This is only my second video on this calculator. As I've mentioned in the past, a lot of instructors don't let you use this calculator. But again, if you're doing some stuff online or you just want to check some of the problems you're doing manually, the TI-89 can be very helpful. So I'll look at other types of problems that you can work using the TI-89, specifically from your College Algebra course. So again, as usual, if you have any suggestions for videos, future videos, please post your comments and I will listen to your requests, especially if you subscribe to my channel. So we'll see you next time.